Welcome back, Zip Nation, and I tell you what, it's a brand new dawn here in the heart of Ohio football country. For years, this team has clawed their way up from the shadows of the MAC. It's taken us 11 hard years of fighting, scrapping, and earning every ounce of respect they've got. But now, the stakes are higher. The lights are brighter. The stage, well, it doesn't get much bigger than the Big 12 Conference, which we are in. Gone are the days of the regional rivalries and the quiet confidence. This fall, our boys are lining up against the likes of Utah, Mississippi State, Arizona State, and preseason number 22, UCF. But don't think for a second that they've forgotten where they came from, because we've still got that old new rival flame going as we face Syracuse at the end of the season to wrap it up right before facing number 20 TCU. And I tell you what, it's going to be a tough one. The athletic director says only 6 wins is all we need to make it for a successful year, but around here, we don't want to settle for that. We've got a veteran quarterback who's getting more and more experience there, and we are going to hope he can lead us along, and we are going to have a bruising offensive line in front of him and a stable of backs that we're ready to punch holes through the national spotlight and make a name for ourselves. So buckle up, because we got a new conference, but the same grit, and we are going to show what we are all about and become the Ohio University and knock down Ohio State potentially. We have our sights set on new things. So I tell you what, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. And with that, we are going to get into this game against Navy. Let's take a look at that depth chart. We've got Willie Shepard coming back as a field general, redshirt junior. He's ready to go. We've got 3 80-plus running backs, 3 80-plus wide receivers. Tight end, good enough. Look at this offensive line leading the way. Mr. Bass, a senior, redshirt junior, and seniors. This is experience. Defensive line's a little short up. Linebackers a little better. Safety and cornerbacks, we're getting a little bit better each time, and you can see our defensive talent's taking a huge step up. 82nd, 85 to be number 26 in the nation on offense. So we're going to kick it off against Navy. And then things will get tough, and we will have Utah and Oklahoma State. These are teams, it's going to be about coaching, and it's going to be about getting our game plan right this season. But this is a chance we've been waiting for. So we're going to start with that rushing focus, limit the short passing, and we're going to kick it off. But before we do, here are the expectations from our boosters. Throw 14 or fewer interceptions. Beat our new division rival, Mississippi State. So we're preseason number 41. Hold at least 3 opponents to 160 rushing yards or fewer. Beat Mississippi State again. Hold opponents to less than 190 rushing yards per game. And we've got throw 9 or fewer interceptions. Well, we do run the ball a lot, so let's see what we've got in store. So I'm excited to see what we can do. We are 14-point favorites, and this is one that we have beaten them every time, but it has been close. 7 is the largest margin of victory. So they are out. They are gunning for us. It's our former guy, I believe, is still coaching there, Marcus Foreman. Yep, he did great, and he's doing well. I'm proud to see that of him. But now's not the time. Now we're going to take him down. So let's jump in and see what we've got to start off the season. Okay, we win the toss, and so let's get right to it. Let's see if the defense... Oh, this is not a good start for the season. Shredded in less than 4 minutes, and we've already allowed a touchdown. So now let's see what the running game has behind that offensive line. Oh, there we go. Benjamin Flanagan with a 51-yard rush. Then we got our bruiser, Damian Hernandez, with Willie Shepard taking it in, and this is a shootout right off the bat. What defense can stand firm is the question. Not us, as we allow a 42-yard pass. But there we get them from minus 3 yards, and we hold them, and now it's 3rd and goal on the 9, and we are going to deflect it and hold them to a field goal. We'll take it after that bruising thing. So let's go ahead and go to our tight end under. Can we find one of the tight ends? We do. Christopher Dickerson this time from Willie Shepard, but we quickly stop running and get out of room. But there we go. Damian Hernandez pops it through, and then we've got ourselves nothing. So let's try an inside zone play on 3rd and 4, and Chance Thompson with a 9-yard rush breaks through. Jesse Muhammad. Then we got Flanagan again, but we drop the pass on that one. 2nd and 8. We're going to try a halfback sweep. We're on the 6-yard line. A little play action pass does get there. Jesse Muhammad with a 6-yard pass from our man Willie Shepard. Can the defense stand firm? And finally, we get a stop and get the ball back. Oh, Chance Thompson, a 55-yard rush. This is what we like to see, guys. This may not be the stiffest competition, but we know we have to perform here or else we will have nothing against the Big 12. But we aren't scared. We've been playing those teams in the bowl games, so we know we can do it. Let's try a little power read. There we go, Mr. Flanagan. Play action pass, and we throw our first interception. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, but then they fumble the ball, and we get it right back. Let's keep that ball on the ground. How about it? Let's do a little RPO. We did pass it instead. I was hoping he'd maybe see something happen. 3rd and 1, we get through. Chance Thompson, and now we have 3 timeouts. Let's try the stretch play. Doesn't get us anything, but there we go. Flanagan breaks through for 15 yards. We're going to go with the flanker curl. Gets us nothing, but there, Henson, our senior, gets 9 yards off of that one. We're going to try for the fullback dive. Damian Hernandez muscles his way 13 yards. And then he fumbles the ball. That would have been a great way to end the half, to get up 2 scores. Instead, we're settling for our 8-point margin. Come on, Willie. There we go, sir. Keep that ball going. There, Hernandez is trying to redeem himself. We're on the 9-yard line. Let's try the stretch play out wide. Doesn't work. RPO does. Emmett Menchaca, 9-yard pass from Willie Shepard, redeeming himself after the interception. And now the defense is starting to lock in, it looks like. Can the running game keep that going? Let's try that fullback dive. Where's Hernandez? There he is. 18 yards. He is bruising behind that line. That we are going to run the ball a lot. With that offensive line, that's going to be our chance, because we have to keep the defense off the field, apparently, because they are getting torched. But, man, this is an efficient offense at the moment. I hope it keeps up once we get into conference play. This is not a slouch of a team, Navy. And they are coached by a good coach because he's one of our own. But this looks like we're going to start the season off right. There we go. Benjamin Flanagan with a 53-yard rush, and then 13 more, 18 yards from the wide receiver. And then Damian Hernandez with a 4-yard run. We've just put up 49 points. This is an explosive offense, potentially. We'll take that. We got to get some of that defense worked out. 5 yards per rush is not ideal. But there we go, 133 yards on the air. That's all we had. But 206 yards on the ground from Flanagan, 139 from Thompson, 100 from Hernandez, 9.5-yard average. We ran for 503 yards. That is going down in the record books, I would imagine. I know we haven't had anything like that before. Could that be a new record? I think that could. Look at that, we had a rowdy crowd there as well, so that's only going to pick up, I would imagine, as we get into conference play against the bigger teams. Let's see what we get as far as, is that a record with 500 rushing yards? Benjamin Flanagan set the Akron game record with 206, and we did set a team, and we set an all-time stat record with Akron getting 503 yards on the ground. That's what we want to see. And then, you know what we're going to do? We're going to jump right into that Utah game. Why skip ahead? Let's go ahead and do that second one. I don't need to make any changes here. I like the setup we've got. That's not going to be a problem. But Utah is going to be a problem. They are 17th in offensive talent, 57th. They're basically like us when it comes to talent. They run the ball as well. But they've allowed runs. Who did they play? Utah State, who is not overly great, but 31-3, they handled them pretty well. So we are going to defensively stop the run. That's what they were doing. We're going to focus on our run, and we are going to jump into this thing and see what we can do against the big boys. We are here. We're number 33. This is our chance to prove ourselves. We are 4-point favorites at home in our first Big 12 game. That is exciting. And we get to start the ball off. We are going to start the ball off by running the ball with a stretch play, and we pick up 8 yards. That's what we want to see. And then Muhammad on the quick, and we are going to continue. We got to mix it up a little bit. We can't just run. Little play action pass doesn't get us there. 3rd and 12, we have to punt. So this is a whole new ball game in the Big 12. But the defense, much better than what they were against Navy. 2nd and 5 gets us nowhere. Oh, we are 4th and 1. No. This is Mr. Hernandez on the fullback dive. Oh, he doesn't. Chance Thompson got the ball. And we didn't break through. But we hold them. They miss the field goal. We get the ball back. Maybe we need to try to pass the ball a little bit. Mix things up. Yeah, this is a new ball game here. But we got a safety against them. And now we have a chance to move the ball. We are in control. This is what we want. So, 4th and 4. We are going to punt the ball. 4 yards is too far away with a 2-point lead. And we already got a safety one time. Maybe we could another. It was what the hope. But we've got them pinned down. Defensive struggle. We've got to get into field goal range. But we can't. Let's just keep that. You know what? If we can do our... we have to win that field position battle. 4th and 1. Let's try the dive this time. Doesn't get there. Chance Thompson keeps getting the ball. Where is Mr. Hernandez when you need him? 2nd and 10. We're trying you, coach, but the coordinator's not making things happen offensively. They had some big 3rd down plays there. I thought we were going to get something out of that. And now we're moving the ball a little bit. Looks like we got to pass the ball to open things up here. Let's try the tight end under. That's our favorite. 3rd and 4. Try a little slants. Oh, doesn't get it. And we missed the field goal from 37 yards. 7-2 at the half, and they get the ball. We're in this. We got a 7 raucous crowd of 50,000 fans here. The home field advantage does not seem to be doing enough, but they missed the field goal. Let's try mix things up with a deep shot right off the bat. Gets us 8 yards. 16 yards on the end around then. 13 more from Flanagan. We're moving. 3rd and 5 gets us nowhere. We are not going to do a 53-yard field goal. Instead, we're going to try to pass the ball. And it works. Emmett Menchaca on the quick slants from Willie Shepard. Let's try a little option run. We haven't been doing these with Willie. He's not a runner, and that's probably why we haven't. 44-yard field goal does get us somewhere. And now it is a 2-point game again. And at 3rd and long, they break through. But that time we stop them. We have 92 yards to go. Not a problem. Let's try the Texas route. That gets us 9 yards. Jesse Muhammad is having quite a start to his season, it feels like. Chance Thompson's getting nowhere. But Jesse Muhammad, again, coming up big. He's quickly becoming Willie Shepard's go-to guy, it feels like. We'll try the inside zone on 1st and 10. They are stifling our defense. Our running game. 43-yard field goal gets us a 1-point lead. We have a baseball game on our hands, folks. 8-7. 3rd and 16. 4th and 23. The defense. Way to go. Okay, let's see if we can chew the clock. If we can move the ball. 2nd and 5. We'll take it. Let's try the dive on 2nd and 5. Doesn't get us anywhere. RPO gets us nowhere. They're backed up in their own. Oh, the 3rd and 5, they broke through. 1st and 10, 2nd and 11, 3rd and 7. Again, they break through on 3rd down. They took the lead. We've got to try the deep. Doesn't get us. Slot drive gets us 11 yards. We have 2 timeouts. We can make this happen. We just need to get a touchdown. No problem. Play action boot doesn't work. We've got to try a little something. Nope, not the screen. Let's try the slants again. Oh, and it is over. Our first Big 12 game. We had no offense. Their defense was too much for us, apparently. But our defense was so good. We just had some mistakes. Just couldn't finish it out. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go through the next few games, jump ahead here, and we'll catch back up in the middle of the season of hopefully a successful season. I like that we were able to hold them, but this was at home. And so we've got to get this offensive clicking again like they were against Navy. And if we can, then I'm excited. I think this is not going to be a long season. I think this is going to be a good season for us, but we will soon find out. So we'll come back for that. Well, we'll see somewhere, maybe the UCF game. We'll see how things are playing out. And we are ready, folks, for the matchup that we've been looking for, number 25 UCF. We are 3-3. It has been a tough go offensively. Defensively, we've done okay. We did lose to Mississippi State. by 3. It's because I went for it on fourth down. We were first and goal at the 7 with 10 seconds left. I went for the win. We were on the road. We missed it. We got to the 2-yard line. Unfortunately, fell apart. Virginia Tech's another one that was a close one that we barely went down to, but we held off Arizona State. We held off Oklahoma State. So we're not out of our depth. Now it's just a matter of how do we win these games. And so when we look at the preview, UCF, they are better at passing. They are very good defensively. So that's going to be tough for us. And so let's see what we can do here as we set our practice focus. We've been running the ball well, but we're going to switch to a quick passing focus because that is what we need to help our man Willie out, to help him get more options and get us a passing game, because that's been holding us back. We are 2-point favorites here in a matchup we have yet to ever have. This would catch us up with them in the conference as well and tie us with them, possibly get us close to those rankings. We're, I think, 40-something at the moment. So let's see what we can do. With a quick pass right off the bat, Jesse Muhammad has quickly become Willie Shepard's favorite target. We don't pass the ball much, but when we do, it seems to end up in his hands quite a bit. Let's see what we can do with the running game. That's going to be important. Instead, we get a whole lot of nothing. If we can get closer. Oh, we got way more than closer. Jesse Muhammad again on a 25-yard pass. I told you, he's his go-to receiver. Damian Hernandez doesn't get anything. Let's try a short pass. That's what we worked on in practice. Oh, QB sneak gets us there. Willie Shepard with a 1-yard run. Well done. We have a raucous crowd of 45,000 in the rain here as well. Let's hope they bring us home. Oh, and look at that. Talking about bringing us home, back to the house. Interception by Shane Dubois, 47-yard touchdown return. That is huge for us. But here comes UCF wanting to show that was an accident. 3rd and goal at the 2, and we hold them to a field goal. That is a huge win. Bend but don't break. That's been our mantra over the years. And this time, the offensive coordinator called a whole lot of nothing. And at the end of the first quarter, we're up 14-3, but UCF is marching. 4th and 12. We hold them to a punt. Little quick slant gets us 9 yards off the bat. Let's give it to our fullback. Should be Damian Hernandez. Muscles through 3 yards. I did set Hernandez just recently to be, for this game, to be our short yardage back and our fullback, because I think he's the guy to go to with it. Fullback dive strong, and he gets, they went to Thompson. They didn't go to Hernandez. But thankfully, no harm done. Let's try one of our sweeps. Get the ball to Jesse Muhammad for 9 yards. Now we have 2nd and 1. Chance to do the play action, and it finds who else? Jesse Muhammad from Willie Shepard. Should not be a surprise. Let's try the inside zone here. Doesn't get us anything. The play action pass, though, does. Darnell Henson, our senior. Let's try the bubble screen. Doesn't get us there. Fullback dive. Damian Hernandez does pick up 5 yards. Now we're going to try with our short passes again. Those slants, they don't get us. Ooh, they want to go for it. I like the aggressiveness, but in the rain, let's just play it safe. Get another 20 yards on the field position battle. I hate when I do that, though, and then they come with these huge plays, and they prove me wrong. 4th and 10, they do kick the field goal, 45-yarder. Let's try a deep pass, see what we can catch. Nothing. Oh, no. Now they're calling timeouts. Let's go with the zone weak. We haven't been doing that one much. Gets us 3 yards, makes them use another timeout. 3rd and 1. They're going to get in field goal range, aren't they? No, they're not. Good job, defense. And at the half, they have the ball now, 14-6. Ooh, as all these Big 12 games have been, they have been tight, and now we allowed a 41-yard run. That is not what we wanted to see. Let's try to keep the ball on the ground. Actually, an RPO is a good idea. Apparently, it's not a good idea. But a wide receiver quick is with Jesse Muhammad picking up the first down, and then we are fumbling the ball. Jesse Muhammad, we praise you, and then that bites us, and now find ourselves down 2 points after the field goal. And then he fumbles the ball again, and we hold him to another field goal. What is going on, Mr. Jesse is struggling. Now we'll try the fullback dive. Is it Hernandez this time? It is. This is how it should be. And then Benjamin Flanagan breaks through for 44 yards. A little play action pass doesn't get us anything. Neither does that one. There we go. Darnell Henson's bound for 4 yards. This is an outside zone play. And we get there. Damian Hernandez picks it back up. We're not going to go for 1. We are going to go for 2 here. And we're going to try the halfback smash. Runs for the successful conversion. Now we're up a field goal. Fumble. Darren Suggs picks it up. And now we have the ball on their side. Let's run it. See if we can move the ball while using the clock. Let's try the sweep play. 2nd and 2. I like what we're doing here. Let's keep it on the ground. 5-yard rush from Hernandez. There we get 3 yards. Let's try the inside zone on the 7. We get to the 5. Fullback dive. We're going for it. Damian Hernandez picks up the 5 yards, and now we find ourselves up 10 with 10.5 minutes left, and they fumble the ball again. Okay, now we got it at the 28-yard line. Let's start chewing that clock. Well, we didn't chew much off of it, and we missed the field goal. That could prove big. 3rd and 15, 4th and 7. We hold them. 6 minutes left. This is where we do our thing, and we try to run that ball. Muhammad, can you get it? 4 yards. Doesn't get there, but another fumble. His ball security is not bad either. That's frustrating. We've got to get... Let's try the power read. There we go. Willie Shepard keeping it. Not known for his legs, but he does get it done there. Let's try the zone weak play here. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 8. Oh, that's a big one, Mr. Henson. 14-yard pass. Shepard finds him. We are up 3. They are out of timeouts. 2:25 left. One more. First down should do it. Flanagan gets it, and in a tight one, UCF comes to Akron, and they are beaten. So Shepard was super efficient, not known for his yardage there. Hernandez did what he needed to do. Flanagan with the big yards, but it was the defense that won this one for us. Whew. That was a tough one. Crowd survived in heavy rain, but goes home happy with that one. And so hopefully that gets us a little bit of track record. And the good thing is now we're playing much tougher games. Might get us closer to those rankings. We had some official visits here as well. Picking up 700 to 900 points. That's good news for our recruiting. Speaking of recruiting, let's see if we got anybody. We did. We got a 3-star 71 B-plus potential wide receiver, Marco Gorman out of Ohio. And then another one out of Ohio we get as well, B-plus potential. Nobody was going for him. We knew we were going to get him, but we like those potential guys. They'll be there as a senior for us. We do lose a cornerback, but we get a wide receiver back. So it's worth it. Where are we ranked? 37th. TCU's the last game of the season for us. That is going to be a huge one. So let's go along, and I guess we'll be back for that TCU game. It is the final game of the season now, and I tell you what, Akron fans, we have been doing really well in the Big 12. Beating teams, Arizona State, number 25 UCF at the time, beating Baylor, who's been lowly, Kansas State as well. Texas Tech, we beat our rival Syracuse by more than 3 points. It was a 10-point game as they are blowing through the MAC. We now go up against the number 3 team, undefeated in the nation, TCU. Now look at the games we've lost. All of them were by single digits. We were going for it against Mississippi State, trying to win that one. Virginia Tech, it came down to the end. Utah came down to the end. We can win this game because when you look at TCU, their schedule, they haven't been playing anybody. They did stop Mississippi State, who beat us, and they beat Utah, who beat us. But other than that, they've not been playing the impressive teams. So maybe, just maybe, we have a chance to make some magic happen here. I'm not going to hold my breath, but we've got a shot. Their talent is better than ours, but we've got heart, and we're going to try to see what we can do. Now, their turnovers, they do not cause a lot of turnovers, so that could be good because we've been fumbling the ball. They do allow a decent amount of pass yards per game. They're pretty good. Rush yards per game, they're pretty good. What do they like to do? They can do a little bit of everything. So there's no way around this. We're going to focus on the quick passing, see if we can make sure we can get the ball out. They do like to pass first, so we'll try to limit that. Now, as far as the depth chart goes, everything's looking for the most part pretty good. Willie Shepard's ready to go. We have no major injuries at all. We're healthy. So with that being said, let's jump into this game against TCU and see if we can finish this on a high note. We're only 5.5-point underdogs. A little bit chance of rain. Defensive talent, they have us, but offensive talent, we're even with them. So it's going to be interesting. Look at this. Number one rushing team in the country. We don't pass the ball much, but we will run the ball down your throat. We have not played them before, so it's going to be interesting to see what we can do, but this is going to be the whole let's get the ball and let's use the clock to our advantage if we can. But we got to get the ball first, and we got to take the lead. So 3 points, that's not the lead. So that means we're going to have to just play the game the way we know how, which is to go 3 and out. Not the best start that we want. This is going to be a defense. We have a deafening crowd of 50,000 here. We're going to need them to rally us, that's for sure, because right now we got a whole lot of nothing happening. 3rd and 6. We do finally get through. Darnell Henson catches that one from Shepard. Then Flanagan gets 9 yards on the run, 2 yards on that one, and we have an incomplete pass then. Now 3rd and 8 at the 50. Let's see if we can get closer. I like that idea. 4th and 4. Oh, we don't get through. I thought maybe we could try it. We were at midfield. The defense needed that help rather than punting it. But hey, they stopped him again, and field goal was missed that time. We're going to start off with a deep shot right off the bat. We pick up 7 yards on the check down to Christopher Dickerson. We cannot run the ball effectively here. 4th and 1. Oh, let's go for it. Yeah, there we go. Damian Hernandez with a 9-yard run. And we get 17 yards to Caden Namura. We have 10 and a half minutes left in this half. We are finally getting the ball into their half, deep into their half. 1st and goal at the 10, 2nd and goal at the 2, and we are in. Damian Hernandez has tied it up, and then Lewis Lyons gets us the lead by 1 point. We will gladly take that if the defense can stand firm again, but this time it looks like TCU means business, and they do as they come right back down the field. 13-7. We're going to see if we can get the ball down the field. 1st and 10 at the 39. Down to the 33. Ooh, let's see here. Let's try the stretch play at 3rd and 4. Doesn't get it. 52-yard field goal misses, but we didn't have anything loose. So 13-7 at the half. We are in this game. If we can just get some more offense, which that is we can't do it. And the defense has to stand firm, which finally they did without allowing them deep into our half. But will the offense show up is the question. The tight end under picks us up 9 yards. Little play action at 2nd and 1 fails as we get sacked. And I was hoping that would not happen because of nothing else. I thought we could run the ball in the next one. Not a fan of the jet sweep, but we have not done an option play yet. The power read, that's why we haven't been doing option plays. Willie doesn't run. Let's try the tight end under on this one, and it's an interception. He's been so good at not getting the ball intercepted. He's only thrown, I think, 2 all year, and they make the field goal to go up 9. And then we fumble the ball right off the bat, and it is a disaster of a second half for us. The wide receiver quick gets us nothing. We're going to try a sweep play. That picks up 13 yards. 1st and 10. The RPO gets us 14. And now we are struggling again. Let's try the tight end attack this time. There we go. Henson picks up 14 yards. We're moving the ball a little bit. Let's try another option. The read option weak doesn't get us anything. We just don't have the quarterback to do that. First chance, Thompson picks up 9 yards on that pass. 2nd and 7 on the 10. 3rd and 1. We're on the 2-yard line, on the 1-yard line, and we get in. It is a 10-point game. Make it 9. Oh, we should have gone for 2 on that one. I don't think it's going to matter, but it could. That was a stupid mistake. I should have gone for 2. Oh, we're actually moving the ball down the field. Oh, okay, too good. Yep, Shepard throws the interception, and that is the game. Nothing to be ashamed of. Again, we never lost a game by double digits in our first season in the Big 12. That we can hang our hat on. Willie Shepard had a fairly efficient game outside of the interceptions. We just couldn't run the ball. And this is a mammoth offensive line, so that's disappointing that we couldn't do that. 23-14. Maybe next time we move away from next year we move away from the slow pace if we've got the team. Maybe we go to a regular pace. Let's see, do we pick up any signings? A B- running back. Air Force gets the kicker. Tennessee gets that defensive lineman. We do get a B+ 75 overall safety, JUCO transfer, and a 66 B+ cornerback. All good pickups for us. So we will not be going to the conference championship. We finished behind TCU. We are still 22nd, so we should get a decent bowl game. So let's jump ahead to find out. We are done with the conference championships, the Big 12. TCU ended up beating Utah in the Big 12 championship game to go undefeated. So let's check out the selection show, because look at that. We are in it for the first time. Number 25. We'll take it. We will take it. So let's go ahead and skip the rest. FIU is going to become a conference champion there. Pittsburgh, San Diego State, Iowa State, TCU, and Georgia. So San Diego State, out of the Pac-12, undefeated, gets a bye. TCU gets a bye. No one else from ours is going to go in. What do we get? Look at this, the Alamo Bowl, a Week 2 bowl game against Washington State. That should bode well for us. Let's reveal the commitments. Nobody's coming, so that means we need to get ready for this bowl game. Let's go ahead and get rid of these recruits. So everybody's going well. We've got quite a few commitments out of the 14. I'm happy with what we've got. Look at this potential. Look at this guy. 70 overall, field general, who is an A- potential, 4-star recruit, number 9 quarterback overall. We've got the number 9 safety. We've got lots of potential here. B+, 71 overall wide receiver, right out of high school, an A- running back, B+, 66 cornerback, who was 2 stars, but he's going to become a stud for us. A- wide receiver there, B+ cornerback. Lots of skill players. We don't have the offensive line and defensive line, which we could use. We are in the process of trying to pick up a couple of those. We are not going to be able to get him because he just does not care enough about NIL. We might get Ignacio Page, and we should get a defensive lineman or two is what we're hoping. So we will only one way to find out, and that's to keep moving along. So let's get ready for this bowl game and see if we can take home a championship from the Alamo Bowl. This is a new one for us, so it's going to be interesting to see if we're able to make it. Let's check out the results here. TCU did have a quarterback in there. We've got nobody. So let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Go back. We forgot to look at our awards. This is what we wanted. Akron, look at this. We had an All-American. Third-team All-American, Rodolfo Daly, who was a 1-star. Was this guy a walk-on even? He might have been a walk-on, and then he becomes an All-American. We've got lots of all-conference players for our first time in the Big 12. That is fantastic news. And so now we get ourselves ready for the bye. Let's see. Do we have any commitments? We do have one. A linebacker's coming in. So we're going to have to hit the transfer portal depending on who leaves this season. But there's only one thing to focus on now, and that is Washington State. To see, we will not get back up to 10 wins, but 8-4 in our current situation at the new conference with not losing anything by double digits, something we can be very proud of. And now let's get ready for Washington State, number 20. Let's see what they had. They are very good against against defensively. Very good against everything defensively. They're just fantastic. They do not run the ball as well as they pass the ball, so we need to focus on that. We are going to focus on stopping the pass because that's where they've been doing a lot better. We're going to focus on running the ball because we need to get that boost to really get something done here. Let's make sure we don't have anything recruiting-wise. Everybody's just kind of down to the basics. We are holding him off. Not going to get that guy. Actually, we could get that guy. Let's go for it. Because I like that potential. And we don't have anything to adjust in the depth chart. So here we go. It's a game that we have obviously not been in. TCU's been in it a couple times. Doesn't look like Washington State's been in it twice, and they've lost both times. So hopefully they keep that up. We are 2-point favorites here. We are indoors, so there's no effects on the weather. It's a rowdy crowd of 60,000 for us in San Antonio, Texas. And look at this. Darnell Henson returned the kickoff 83 yards. There's not a better way to get that thing started. We're going to keep the ball on the ground here. 2nd and 5 at there we go. And here we are. Benjamin Flanagan, minute 35 into the game, and we've got ourselves a touchdown lead over the Washington State, the number 20 team, but they are marching down. We do hold them to a field goal, so we'll take that, and we get sacked right off the bat there, and that ends up being a disaster. But we get them to turn our ball over downs, and let's do what we came to do, which is run the ball. 2nd and 8, 3rd and 4 doesn't work. We've got to try to get something going here. We're going to try a little slants, and it fails miserably. This is why we've been trying to pass the ball in our practices, because we just can't do anything. If they stop our run, and that's our emphasis, it always turns out disastrous. And this team is a good defensive team. Now we're moving the ball. Those RPOs are becoming very effective. 2nd and goal on the 4. We're going to try to get a outside run. The halfback stretch doesn't get it. 3rd. Damian Hernandez pounds it in there. We are up 14-10 with 5 minutes left in the first half. Washington State marches down. They turn the ball over and down, stuffed at the line as they went forward on 4th down. And then Darnell Henson catches a 23-yard pass from Willie Shepard. 1st and 10, 2nd and 5. Now we're moving the ball a little bit better, but we've got to get the ball, shorten that down. 3rd and 6. That gives us a little bit more on options, and we're going to try to run it. Doesn't work, but we'll take the field goal to go up 7, hopefully at the half. And we do. So we're up 7 at the half, have to kick off to them, and they are immediately starting to march down the field. But they get stopped at midfield, and that's all she wrote there. So let's start moving the ball down the field. I think at this point, we're going to try to just chew the clock and make them just dread having to stop this running game. Try a little read option. There we go. Flanagan gets 10 yards off of it. And we are continuing to move the ball, but then we fail at 4th and 3. You know what? Let's just go for it. Hey, there we go. Damian Hernandez breaks loose for 16 yards. Little RPO doesn't get us anything, but we will try to run the ball, get it 3rd and 4. On the sweep play, we don't get it, but we will take the field goal this time. We took a nice chunk of time off the clock there as well. And 4th and 13, we just 3 and out. And we've got the ball on our own 37. That's not too bad at all. Good job, defense. Caden Namora, 16-yard pass. And then we move the ball, continuing to 2nd and 4, 1st and goal. 2nd and goal. Let's see what we've got here on the stretch play. Doesn't get it. And we have to settle for another field goal. But it is the 4th quarter, and the defense is locked in. And we are wasting the clock as much as possible. We're going to, nope, not the deep pass. Let's go with our tried and true tight end under. Doesn't work. But less than 10 minutes remaining in the game, and we stop them again. 7:53 left. This means we run the ball every play. I don't care if they're ready for it. Actually, maybe I should care. We're going to try again. 4th and 6. But we took more time off the clock, and they're down to 5.5 minutes left, and they need 2 scores, and they can't move the ball against us. This might be the best defensive game we've had as far as the opponent we're going up against. And we just got another 30-10. We have proved Akron belongs with the big boys this year. Can we keep it up is the question. So by far, just a dominating performance. They couldn't pass the ball on us. They struggled to run. They had to take a lot there. We ran the ball a little bit better. 8 of 14 for 92 yards. This is not that impressive. It's not going to entice a lot of quarterbacks over to us. But that is a huge victory for this program. So now it's time to jump ahead to the end of this season and see how things shake out as we get ready for the offseason. Well, TCU, no shame they're losing to them because they made it to the national championship game where they went down to Georgia 17-12, who finished the season undefeated, picking up another national title game. And I tell you, Ohio State, number 8 among the top 10s. We finished not too far behind them, ranked 20th with our 9-4 record, 27th in points per game, 29th in opponents per game. Yards were fantastic. We exceeded expectations. We've increased the fan. It's max. Oh, we are doing fantastic. It is at an A+. We got our integrity up a little bit higher, so that's going to be good in case we have to make any changes or cuts. So with that being said, let's jump into the offseason and see what this has in store for us. We will hopefully get a little bit more money and hopefully keep our coordinators because they've done a great job for us. No improvements there. The defensive coordinator does get better. We've already got his defense there, so let's work on his training because that's going to be where we really build up this team in the offseason, putting the work in, because our recruiting, as the facilities get better, our recruiting is just going to be helped by that as well. So we are going to be able to, we're keeping the options open. That's not what we want to see because they're probably both going to leave. Well, we are staying on at Akron. We know that. We are happy here. He's moving to Louisville to be a head coach. Oh, that's so disappointing. All right, let's get our balanced offensive playbook. Let's see. Ooh, here we go. A 10 right off the bat. 8 in training. Not a very good recruiter. A 9, a 6, and a 1 gives us the option to pass first. I like the idea of a balanced play. What's he got? Protect the rock. So ball security, that's big. Reveal blitz. Arm strength and accuracy. The quarterbacks, tight ends get better blocking. And 20% less chance to sustain an injury. That is very appealing to me. Here's one that's even better as far as everything goes when it comes to training. He's an expert training. Tight end developer, receiver fundamentals, skill player, miracle worker, beast mode, plus strength and goal line situations. Lots of them want to come to us. What am I rated? 5. So we need somebody. This guy's a recruiter. But I think we need the play calling more than anything. We've shown we can make up for weak recruiting. This guy might be the one. 7 recruiting, 6 in training, 7 in play call. We're going to have the balanced run first while we are balanced run first. That would go really well with us. What's this ability? Tight end recruiter, human joystick recruiter, tight end. I don't like those. Bulldozers. Okay, I think we're going to go back to this guy. I like his ball security. I like the arm strength and accuracy. Tight ends get plus blocking. Offensive players have more durability. Christopher Henry, what have you been doing? He was the head coach at Kent State for a while, had some success. Head offensive coordinator at Air Force, where they were the number 1 and number 2 scoring offenses, and then he did really well at Georgia Southern. So he obviously knows what he's doing. Let's bring him in. Let's hire him. And we're just going to do the... Okay, we're going to... Oh, nope. Cannot leave. Let's go ahead and lock him in. And Alex Hoover is going to Mississippi State. Will he take a... He will not. Yeah, he's not going to. So we need a 3-4. We are aggressive zone, but we got to go with the 3-4. See what we get going here. Now, we definitely need a play caller. This guy right now is definitely lighting up the things. From Hawaii, he's a conservative man. What do we have as far as aggressive zone to match up with us? 8 with a 7 recruiting. Zone coverage recruiter, big hitter recruiter, pass. I prefer to have the guys who are better in game. 10 to in block shedding, speed, defense gains man and zone coverage on third downs, but he can also get us more scouts. Or we can go with Purdue, who was 10-3 this year. Tackle him, set the tone. I like that one. He's got a lot of training, but I think this is the one we're going to go with. From Hawaii, let's bring him over. We're going to go with the we'll try conservative man. We're going to try balanced as well. Maybe that'll help us get things a little bit differently here. Having to change our coordinators, I tell you, it's tough. We got to be like Signetti and keep the same staff for 5 years as we transfer schools as well, which is insane. So let's see. Bradley Darden wants to leave, go in the 5th round. We can keep him. We could pay him a lot of money. All-American team. He was all-conference. First team, all Big 12. He's definitely going to have it. You know what? Let's say you'll make an All-American team. We had somebody make it this year. You're going to be phenomenal next year. Everybody else is just graduating, so that means we're going to keep most of our team coming back, which is super exciting and gives us a chance to really, really make some headway. And keeping one of our key offensive linemen is a big deal for us. Let's see where the weak spots are going to be for our team. All right, let's check out our team here, and let's start with the quarterbacks. So we do have scholarships open. We could make a few cuts. We've got Jonathan Wells. I mean, this guy here, Devontae Blackman, is a stud already. But we've got Willie Shepard for another year. He'll just sit back and relax for a little bit. We might just keep everybody else, see if somebody breaks through. Nobody wants to leave. There's only 4 players that want to leave. Our running backs, that's where we're a little low. We're going to cut this guy. 62 with C- potential. He's not going to be playing anytime soon. As far as wide receivers go, let's see who we've got. Jesse Muhammad again. Emmett Menchaca. We will let Cash Valentine leave. Being a C+, we've got other guys down here who could be just as good as these guys. What's this one want? 50% or 976,000. Got 3 top guys. He's going to be just as good. He's going to be probably just as good as what we're losing. We're just going to let those guys leave. Tight ends, everybody's looking pretty solid there. Offensive line, we're going to need some offensive line. This is looking rough. Let's cut this one. He's not going to amount probably to anything. We are really going to be suffering. We need to get offensive line in the transfer portal. Defensive line as well. Offensive and defensive line. Linebackers are going to be solid, it looks like. Ooh. B- 58. Yeah, you're going to have to go, bud. Cornerbacks look good. And safeties look good with our new junior college player coming right up, but he's already got 2 really good players to have to play behind. But overall good. So what we need is the offensive line. Actually, let's go back to our linebacker. We forgot to see about convincing him to stay. We definitely want to convince him. He played in 26% of the snaps. He could be fantastic. Let's just pay him. And cornerbacks, we need to go back and we need to pay our cornerback. 40% of snaps is a possibility here. Actually, cancel that. Let's just pay him too. Offensive line and defensive line is what we're looking at. We've got several spots open. So let's lock this in and let's see who we have leave for the pro draft. And then we'll dive into the offseason recruiting and see if we can fill in those gaps at offensive and defensive line. Couldn't hurt having a running back bringing in there as well because we are a little thin there. Let's check out the draft. Round 2, Daly and Kai Bass. Round 4, so we actually did pretty well there. There is a kicker out there, but there, Rolando Luis will be a good one. Any Hall of Famers for us? No. Ring of Honor? No, none of the offensive linemen made it. All-time record book updates. We did get the single season rushing yard record. And we have improved our defensive talent. Was our best yet this year. Alec Curtis, 47 tackles and 26 sacks at the linebacker position in his career. Benjamin Flanagan is no longer with us either. Set the record for rushing yards in a game with 206. Well done, sir. Okay, so now it's time to do some off-season recruiting, and then we'll be back to see how that plays out and get ourselves ready for the next season. It is signing day, and we're going to see if we're able to pick up some big recruits like this guy here from Alabama. 76 overall, A- potential, and we seal the deal barely over our rival Syracuse, and we put in $1.3 million into this. Put in an extra $800,000 last time, so just enough to hold them off. We just put a lot of money into all of these. Oh, we barely got past Ohio State as well, even though they added a lot of money in there. I'm glad we put everything we could. So we've got 2 offensive linemen that can go straight into the starting position. Let's see, defensive line is definitely something we needed, and we were able to hold off there. Getting 1 defensive line again. This is definitely going all over the place, and we're able to beat out Nebraska. Now we've got 2 defensive linemen that can go in there. We've got a running back that we decided to take a shot on because we could use another one, and we're able to win that one. He'll go right in there. Let's see if we get another offensive lineman. We do. Man, this is a really good transfer portal, and we went ahead and got a great kicker to go with it. Now, a high school recruit, we knew we were going to get these 2 all year. I'm actually surprised. Oh, yep, we didn't get him. I don't think we're going to get him. And we took a flyer on these. Nobody had offered for them. Looks like Kent State decided to offer for them at the very end. And we'll see. And Kansas did at the very end there as well. Almost. But we exceeded the max scholarship. Otherwise, we would have gotten both of them. But still, overall, very good. Our recruiting class is really, really talented. Let's check out the recruiting rankings on this one. Will we find ourselves anywhere near the top? I don't know. Oh, 55. That is by far our best. We are becoming a more and more complete team. I'm excited to see funds-wise. So let's see. We did pick up some points here. We are super close to getting up to 7 prestige. Open up even more for us if that's the case. That might be on the cards next season. We have 65 million. 65 million. Let's check out the earnings breakdown this time. The conference TV deal this time is 13 million, and a tier 1 bowl winner got a 7.5 million. We locked in a lot of extra money there. That is good news for us. So let's max out that NIL at 13 million, resolve the debt for the coaches, cover all the maintenance, and then we're going to see if we can improve anything. So we have 22 million left. We could spend a lot of money to go up to level 5. We're not going to do that. Let's just give it $1 million. Marketing could get up to level 4 with 14 million. That would give us 8% bonus for recruiting points per dollar. That is enticing. So let's improve the other ones a little bit at a time. Yeah, it's going to take a while before we get that stadium, isn't there? Let's get another one into college life, another one into academics, and then we'll just put the rest in the facilities because we're trying to get this up as best we can. We are how far away then to level 10? 26 million. That could be on the cards next time. We'll find out. I'm very happy with what we got as far as that goes. And now we will have more money or more points per dollar on our NIL, which is going to help us get those transfers in. We don't lose any of our boosters. We don't gain any of them. We will hopefully get up to level 7 in prestige. There is no realignment. Look at this, though. We're one of the top teams in the Big 12 East. We're one of the top teams in the Big 12 period. And we're getting our team, our school better and better. We are chasing down Ohio State. So what do we have on the docket that we have to do? Oops. We have to finish out Virginia Tech. We'll keep them on there. What were they last year? 8-5, number 37. Syracuse, 10-4. We want to play our rival. Ball State could be back on the cards. We'll have to pay them $3.7 million. We don't want to do that. We could bring in Ohio State, see how we hang against them, but I don't know that we're ready for that yet. How about Wisconsin from the Big Ten? How did they do? They were ranked 16th. That would be a heck of a game late in the season. Fresno State from the Pac-12, ranked 30th, probably a bit closer to us. So we're going to bring in Fresno State. That will get us $1 million as well. And we will be happy with that lineup. So who do we have? Air Force, Oklahoma State, Mississippi State, Colorado. Not the strongest on our end outside of number 2, TCU. This is a very favorable schedule. A lot of it's going to depend on the training. So we don't need to change anything there. And let's get ourselves ready for the 2037 season. But let's check out the training. I know I forgot to do that before last season. So let's get to the training before we end this episode. All right, it is time to check out our gains. And that is a nice one right there. Logan Dam is ready to go. Quarterback, Willie Shepard's jumped up to an 87 overall. And look at this, our field general freshman. Let's just get his arm strength up. He's got 72 speed. And we've got an increase in speed here for Willie Shepard. He can actually move the ball now. We just need to get this guy a little bit better. He can sit behind Orlando Colbert, could be our backup, no problem. He was last year. So we will be redshirting Devontae Blackman. That is for sure. Damon Hernandez is going to be our main guy this year, it looks like, with Rodney Brewer up there as well. Not anybody stellar, but look at this. Junior, sophomore. Our top guys are all young and can be something special for us. Wide receivers, 3 guys in the 80s, 1 right behind them. This could change. And look at this, a wide receiver right there, 74, as a true freshman. These are things we have not seen before, and our tight ends are looking solid this year. Offensive line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 80s. That is a good sign. Not quite as strong as last year, but again, just 2 of them are seniors, which means we will be anchored really well next year. And we have a lot of young guys that could rise up into the next season. Our kicker, we brought in Brendan Marks to be our new kicker, and his accuracy is 95, and his power is a little bit better, but he can punt as well. Jake Lanier has got a ways to go. Defensive line is looking good with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 80s. Linebackers, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 80s. 1 in the 90s. We've got our cornerbacks at 2 of them in the 80s. We're starting to get a little better. Lots of youth with some potential, which just tends to be the case for us. Safeties, Logan Dam, he is a 99 overall. Justin Stout is 82. 2 seniors, but look at this. We have 2 juniors ready to step up next season, and a redshirt freshman at 71 overall already, and another one at 70. So that's good news for us. So I like what we've got there. Let's install our game plan, see what synergies we'll get. 10 and 10. We are going to change the tempo to normal. Stay situational there. Onside kick as well. We could always onside kick. That's crazy. 4th down, be aggressive. I like doing that. Focus on the quick pass. Everything else, we're going to tackling. I'm not sure about that one. Maybe we do secure tackling. Maybe we do secure and we just try to stop them. Pass defense, conservative man. Yeah, I think we're just going to try to secure tackle this time and see if that helps us stop them at all. Look at this. We have an 87 at the quarterback play, 83 rushing. This is fantastic depth that we have finally on our team. So with that being said, that means it is time for the preseason. So that is time for me to get to work and improve this team, lay out the foundations for the next year. And I want to thank all of you for joining me on this one. We will be back for another season as we continue to claw our way up, and we are getting ever closer to making a college football playoff spot. Our goals are to either win the national title and or beat Ohio State. And if we beat Ohio State, we need to beat them in the rankings to be the number 1 team in Ohio. In order to do any of that, we got to make the college football playoff at least at one point in time. We don't know our ratings yet for this one, but it's going to be very good. And I think this could be the season that we make that dream happen. So come back for the next one. Thank you again for joining on this one. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, take care.